We'll wait for others some time, 1-2 minutes, and then we'll start. Okay. Good evening, Swati. When did I say no classes during holidays? I never said that. I said enjoy your holidays and try to attend the classes if possible. When did I say? I didn't say no classes during holidays. Yeah. Okay, let's start. So, what is it that we are going to do today? It is vectors. And vectors may be what? Dot product. Correct? So, we'll go through the theory first and then we'll move on to the questions. Correct, guys? Let's see. So, dot product. In actually product of vectors, we have totally two things. Correct? What are those? Those are first is the scalar product or the dot product. Second is the vector product or the cross product. We all know why the names are like this because तुम लोग सुन के थक गए होंगे. In physics also, dot product means दो वेक्टर को multiply किया. If we multiply two vectors, we get the answer as scalar. So in dot product, we can write vector dot vector is equals to scalar. What is cross product? Cross product में if we multiply two vectors, we get a vector. So vector cross vector equals to vector. That's why it is called as vector product or cross product. Correct? So yeah, let's see if A and B are two vectors, then the dot product is of A vector and B vector is given by A bar dot B bar. This is the notation. Let's see the definition now. Here. The dot product of A bar and B bar is defined as, look at the second one. First one में तो क्या है? Basic definition है. They are saying if A equal to 0 or B equal to 0, then A dot B will be equal to 0. But if both are non-zero, then I can write A bar dot B bar as mod A mod B into cos theta. This is theta. The product of two vectors is a scalar. And next, the theorem, it says that dot product is commutative. Sorry, commutative बोलते हैं इसको नहीं, उल्टा सुल्टा जो होता है उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Do you remember? 1 plus 2 equals to 2 plus 1. I think commutative, right? Yeah. So dot product is commutative. Commutative मतलब we can write A bar dot B bar as B bar dot A bar. This is the property of commutative. Next, dot product is commutative. Yeah, we got that. If A bar and B bar are two vectors, then A bar dot minus B bar. Since dot product is commutative, we can take the minus outside and write it as minus A bar dot B bar. Got it? Now here, these are some important notes to remember for you all, which are, see clearly. What is A bar dot B bar? I'll make a table here for you to understand. A bar dot B bar is A mod B into cos theta. Mod A mod B into cos theta. Now, depending on the value of theta, we have 5 conditions. How many conditions we have? Depending on value of theta, we have 5 conditions. Those are that theta can be equals to 0, and the last one is theta can be equals to 180. Now, if theta equals to 0, then A bar and B bar are like vectors. If theta equals to 180, then A bar and B bar are unlike vectors. I hope you remember what are like and unlike vectors. Like vector मतलब दोनों की डायरेक्शन सेम है, दोनों ऊपर जा रहा है. Unlike मतलब ऐसे एक ऊपर एक नीचे, exactly opposite. So if theta equals to 0, here what will be cos theta? Cos theta will be equals to 1. So I'll get A bar dot B bar as mod A into mod B. Similarly, if theta equals to 180 degree, then what is A bar dot B bar? It is minus times AB. Why? Because cos 180 is minus 1. Here you can write cos 0 is 1 and cos 180 is minus 1. So what is the other condition? Other condition is theta is acute. What do you mean by acute? Theta is less than 90 degree. So if theta is less than 90 degree, that means it is in the first quadrant, correct? And first quadrant mein cos theta is positive. That means cos theta is greater than 0. So I can write cos theta is greater than 0. And if cos theta is greater than 0, then A bar dot B bar will be greater than 0. Positive, greater than 0 का मतलब है positive. Second, अच्छा, this here is theta is obtuse. What do you mean by theta is obtuse? That means theta is less than 90 degrees. Sorry, theta is greater than 90 degrees. And if theta is greater than 90 degrees, then we are in the second quadrant. And if we are in the second quadrant, then cos theta will be less than 0. If cos theta is less than 0, तो यहाँ पे cos theta की जगह पे क्या जाएगा? Less than 0. So that means A bar dot B bar will also be less than 0. Correct? I hope it is clear. And finally, we have the most important part of all, which is theta equals to 90 degree. If theta equals to 90 degree, then cos theta is basically 0. And if cos theta is 0, that means A bar dot B bar is 0. This is the most important condition. We'll be using this many times, guys. Many times. So if theta is 90, what does this mean? Theta is 90. It means A bar and B bar are perpendicular. A bar and B bar are perpendicular. So if A bar and B bar are perpendicular, that means theta is 90 degree. And if theta is 90 degree, that means cos theta is 0. That means A bar dot B bar is 0. So these 5 cases are very important for angles questions. Many a times question may will directly get ki if cos theta is positive. So if cos theta is positive, what does that mean? That means the case number 1. Got it? Let's see what we have more in the dot product. This we already discussed. If A bar and B bar are parallel. Parallel में अपने पास 2 केस है. What are those 2 cases? Like parallel और unlike. Like parallel दोनों same direction. Unlike parallel दोनों opposite direction. So parallel में we have 2 cases, like parallel, unlike. Plus is for like parallel, minus is for unlike parallel. Got it? Now, this second note is also important. Why? Because if we take dot product of vector with itself, what is the by definition we'll get? By definition we'll get mod A into cos 0. अभी दोनों वेक्टर a bar and a bar ही है. If both the vectors are a bar and a bar, that means angle between them is 0. What is mod a into mod a? It is mod a ka square. So many a times you see notations में they tend to write खाली a square. Sorry. Instead of mod a square, they tend to write only a square. So that means the same thing. So when we take a dot product of vector with itself, what do we get? We get a square. Correct? Let's see what we have next. We have MCQs. Come on, I'm expecting answers from you. Very simple. What is the answer here? Nandan. Welcome, Nandan. I think this is our first lecture, right? Are he left. So now we only have Swati. Okay. What is the answer here? It is the dot product of two vectors is scalar. Right? Na? Dot product of vectors we have two, dot product and cross product. So for dot product, the product is multiplication of vector is scalar. Let's see next. A bar dot B bar can be written as. Come on, guys. I'm waiting for your answer. A bar dot B bar can be written as. This is the definition, that is mod A mod B cos theta, which means A to B. Let's see the next question. Now, this is an important part for your entrance exam. Sorry, today I am feeling very sleepy. Okay, no problem. So, what is orthogonal projection or component? Now, let me tell you, these are basically, you can say, how we can use dot product. We have already seen this in physics, right? Physics में देखा ही है ना component. What क्या देखा है कि if the vector here is a bar and this is the angle theta. So what is this component? This is a cos theta, and this is, you can call it as horizontal component, and this is the vertical component. Vertical component क्या होता है? A sin theta. So you have already studied how to use dot product in physics. Similarly, here we'll see how to use dot product again, but in terms of component as well as orthogonal projection. So this is what I'm talking about, that if P bar and A bar are two vectors such that angle between them is theta. Correct? And you can see if I get a torch here from above, then the shadow, what? Shadow of B bar on A bar, of B bar on A bar, this shadow will be equal to OM. The shadow of B bar on A bar will be equals to OM. And that shadow is called component. किसका किस पे है? Component of B bar on A bar. Component of B bar on A bar. Correct, guys? So that means this length OM, which we call it, or I like to call it shadow, is component of B bar on A bar. Now mind it is a length. Shadow है ना? Length है. If I want to write vector, so I can call it as vector component. I can call it as vector component of B bar on A bar. Correct, guys? Let's see what we have next. There is another word for component. It is called projection. Or many a times, as I said, they use shadow. Shadow भी वही होता है, उसका भी meaning same होता है. Now, let us say we have 4 points. That is C and D. So I'll get a CD vector and then points A and B. So I'll get a AB vector. Now, if I want projection of AB bar on CD bar, तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? टॉर्च ऊपर से चालू करो. What will be the shadow? This will be the shadow, this length. So this length is the projection of AB bar on CD bar. We can write it as like this because if we are given in terms of points, अगर वेक्टर फॉर्मेट में नहीं दिया है, पॉइंट्स दिए है, 4 points A, B, C, D, then also we can find projection. Correct, guys? Let's see the next. Yeah. Now, we have studied कि meaning क्या होता है. Now let us see what algebraically हम लोग कैसे लिख सकते हैं. So let me take the same diagram here. Yeah, we can draw the same diagram here. No issues. If this is a vector A bar, this is a vector B bar. Let this be O, let this be point A, let this be point B, and this be point M. So this length OM is called projection or component of B bar on A bar. What is this? If the angle is theta, तो हम लोग horizontal component हुआ ना ये in terms of physics. We can write it as B cos theta. Now, how to convert into dot product? I'll multiply and divide by A. So I'll get AB cos theta upon A. What is AB cos theta? It is A bar dot B bar upon A. So that means we remember this formula. वही लिखा है ना यहाँ पे भी. See, the component or projection of B bar on A bar is B bar dot A bar upon mod A लिखो कि खाली A लिखो, फर्क पड़ता नहीं. Got it? So if someone asks component of A bar on B bar, can you write it? What will be component of A bar on B bar? ऊपर तो सेम ही रहेगा, A bar dot B bar. पहले डिनोमिनेटर में क्या आ जाएगा? मॉड B. A का B पे कंपोनेंट, सो डिनोमिनेटर में B. B का A पे कंपोनेंट, सो डिनोमिनेटर में A. Got it? Clear है? Now, orthogonal projection. The orthogonal projection will be B bar dot A bar into A bar upon mod A का square. Correct? Orthogonal projection को you can also say vector component. Vector component. We can say orthogonal projection को vector component. Correct? So vector component of B bar on A bar is B bar dot A bar into A bar upon mod A square. Why? Because a vector is formed when we multiply magnitude and its direction. Correct? So what is magnitude? Magnitude is A bar dot B bar upon A. And direction, I have told you hundreds of thousands of times कि who gives the direction, guys? Direction is given by unit vector. So I'll write A cap. And as we all know, what is A cap equals to? A cap equals to A bar upon mod A. So if I substitute it here, I'll get this formula. Correct? If I substitute here, I'll get this formula. A cap को क्या लिख सकता है हम लोग? A bar upon mod A. So this denominator में mod A and mod A will get multiplied and I'll get mod A का square. All done, guys. Let's see the next. The geometrical interpretation of dot product. So this is nothing new, just we cross multiplied. इसको ही क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया. A bar dot B bar is mod A into component of B bar on A bar. We all know that A bar dot B bar is mod A mod B cos theta. And we have seen that what is B cos theta? B cos theta is projection or component of B bar on A bar. So that means I can separate B cos theta and write it as component of B bar on A bar. Correct? Now these are some next interesting properties which are commutative or you can say distributive. A bar dot B bar plus C bar. It is basically like multiplication where we open the brackets. So if we open the brackets here, I'll get A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot C bar. Simple. And same with here. If I can write B bar plus C bar dot A bar. So क्या हो जाएगा? B bar dot A bar plus C bar dot A bar. Now as you know, dot product is also commutative. पहले ही स्लाइड में हम लोगों ने देखा था. I can write A bar dot B bar or B bar dot A bar. It is same. That only here B bar dot A bar go. I wrote A bar dot B bar. Correct? These two properties help us in calculations. Let's move to the next. Yeah. This is the MCQ, the component of B bar on A bar. If you remember this, B का A पे, so A will be in denominator and they are asking only component, not vector component or orthogonal component. So what will be the answer, guys? The answer will be option A. Correct. Super. So let's see the next. Yeah. Now this is the orthogonal projection. What is orthogonal projection also known as? Orthogonal projection is also known as vector component. It is known as vector component. So what is vector component? Second option. I hope you got it. Right, guys? Let's move to the next question. For calculation sake or calculation purposes, when we have to use I cap, J cap and K cap. So you can see, as we have seen, if I take dot product of vector with itself, what I'll get? I'll get the vector के magnitude का square. So similarly, if I take dot product of I cap with itself, I'll get I cap का square. Here, what is the magnitude of I cap? It is a unit vector, so magnitude. Therefore, all the dot product of I, J, and K with itself is called or is equal to 1. Now, if we take dot product of vector I cap with any of other two, What are other two? J cap and K cap. So we all know I cap is along positive x-axis. J cap is along positive y-axis. So what is the angle between I cap and J cap? It is 90 degrees. And we have known वो angle वाले subsection में I have taught. Very important. If angle between two vectors is 90 degrees, that is the two vectors are perpendicular, then their dot product is equals to 0. So here, therefore, I cap dot J cap equals to 0 because angle between I cap and J cap is 90 degrees. And similarly, we can extend it to J cap, K cap, and I cap, K cap, as you can see. Right, guys? Let's see what we have. Find dot product. Finding dot product is relatively, or I can say very, very, very simple. Let's say suppose we have two vectors A bar and B bar as A1 I cap, A2 I cap, J cap plus A3 K cap and so on. And if I want to find A bar dot B bar, then I can easily find by multiplying the corresponding coefficients and adding them. By multiplying the corresponding coefficients and adding them. So what are the corresponding coefficients? For I cap, A1, B1. So I multiplied A1, B1. Corresponding coefficients for J cap, A2, B2. So I multiplied A2, B2. And A3, B3 same for K cap. And I added them. So multiply the corresponding coefficients and add them. We'll get the dot product. You can see the very simple example here. A bar and B bar are two vectors. A bar is 2i plus 3j minus k and B bar is 5i minus 2j plus 2k. So what we do? Multiply the corresponding coefficient. So I cap 2 into 5, J cap 3 into minus 2, K cap minus 1 into 2 and add them. So I'll get final answer as 2. So that means A bar dot B bar is equals to 2. Let's look at the next. This is very important because many a times in questions we'll be asked to find angle between two vectors. Many a times. And whenever we have to find angle between two vectors, what should we ideally think is to use dot product. This is the formula, right? Now, as we all know, A bar dot B bar is mod A mod B cos theta. So from here, I can easily get cos theta, which is angle between two vectors. What will be cos theta here? It will be A bar dot B bar upon mod A into mod B. So whenever in questions, we have to find angle. This will be obviously useful in 3D geometry also. If in a sum we want to find angle, always think of using dot product. Because as we saw, dot product we have 5 cases of angles, right? What were the 5 cases? 0 degree, acute angle, 90 degree, obtuse angle, 180 degree. So whenever we heard the angle or we read the word angle in a sum, then that means the acute angle, and that means we have to find using dot product. This is the expanded version. That is, if A bar and B bar are given as A1i, A2j, A3k, and B1i, B2j, B3k. Then we can write A bar dot B bar as A1, B1, A2, B2, A3, B3, and these are the magnitudes of A and B. Correct? Let's see what we have next. Next, we have an example. What does the example say? Find angle between. So let's say I write A bar as I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. And let B bar be equals to 3i cap minus j cap plus 2k cap. What we saw, angle. Angle is our main word to notice in this question. What does it say? Angle find and by dot product. What is cos theta equals to is A bar dot B bar upon magnitude of A into magnitude of B. So let's find A bar dot B bar. What is A bar dot B bar? A bar dot B bar is multiply corresponding coefficients 1 into 3 and add them. 2 into minus 1, 3 into 2. So I got 3 minus 2 plus 6, which is equals to 7. What is mod A? Mod A is under root of coefficients को square करके add. So this is, I guess, under root of 14. What is mod B, guys? Is under root of 3 square plus minus 1 square plus 2 square. Again under root of 14. This means I get 7 upon root 14 into root 14. What is root 14 into root 14? It is 7 upon 14. That means cos theta is equals to half. What does this mean? This means theta equals to pi by 6 or 30 degrees. Correct, guys? I hope it is clear. Let's move to the next question. These are some very important formulae you can say. Many times we will use this formula. Very important for dot product. There are direct question asked for this formulas. We will see those questions. The formulae is similar or are similar to our algebraic formulae. If you remember, what is a square plus a plus b the whole square? It is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So that only we wrote here. What is a plus b the whole square? A square plus b square plus 2a bar dot b bar. Since we have vectors here, the product is the dot product. Normal में क्या होता है? A square plus b square plus 2ab. But the product AB is here dot product. So A square plus B square plus 2A bar dot B bar. Same is for minus. Minus के लिए क्या होगा? Minus 2A bar dot B bar. Third is also the same formula. A plus B minus B is A square minus B square. And the fourth one is also very common. You can say sum of three numbers. A plus B plus C the whole square. A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB. AB. यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Dot product. So A bar dot B bar. B bar dot C bar. And C bar dot A bar. Clear है? Let's see. Next theorem you can say. This basically I have written it as theorem because many a times or in NCERT also you will see कि they tell you to directly learn the result. What is the result? This one, guys. Any vector R bar can be written in terms of dot product as R bar dot I cap into I cap plus R bar dot J cap into J cap plus R bar dot K cap into K cap. Correct, guys? This is the result. Now we have to prove. Don't think like यहाँ एक theorem है उसका कुछ proof होगा. Think of it as a question. If I think of it as a question, I can easily solve it and get the result. So first, if I want to take dot product of R bar, then I need to assume R bar. Let R bar be equals to AI cap plus CK cap. Let us calculate R bar dot I cap. R bar dot I cap, how can we calculate? Multiply the coefficients. So I cap के पास तो एक ही coefficient है 1. I cap does not have J cap and K cap. That means the coefficients of J cap and K cap are, means this will be A into 1 plus B into 1 second, yeah, plus B into 0 plus C into 0. Why 0 again? Because J cap and K cap is not here. This will be 0, this will be 0, this will be equals to A. Similarly, what will be R bar dot J cap? J cap means I cap and K cap are not there. That means coefficient of I cap and coefficient of K cap is 0. So that means I'll get A dot 0 plus B dot 1 plus C dot 0, which is equals to B. What is R bar dot K cap? Same, A dot 0 plus B dot 0 plus C dot 1, which is equals to C. So as you can see, R bar dot I cap ko I can write A. So this is equals to AI cap. Similarly, R bar dot J cap ko I can write B. And yeah, similarly I can write R bar dot K cap to C. So basically this is, so that means R bar dot I cap, so I can write it in terms of dot product. Correct, guys? Clear? Super. So the theorem is also clear. Then let's attempt some MCQs. Come on. What will be the answer to this? I am waiting for your response, guys. Please, again, it's a request. I know you are at your home celebrating the festival, but at least you can reply it so that the lecture becomes communicative. Right, guys? Come on. We just have to use the formula. We know the formula of A bar dot B bar. What is mod A? Mod B is cos 60. What is cos 60? So answer is 6. Simple. Option number 4. Let's look at the next question. Now I want you guys to give me an answer. What is the answer to this? Come on, guys. Same we can say. Angle पूछा है ना, angle. And if we have angles, then we always use dot product. That means angle between A bar and C bar. So I can write cos theta as A bar dot C bar upon mod A mod C. What is A bar? 8 B bar dot minus 7 B bar upon mod 8 B into mod minus 7 B. So I can write this minus 56 into B bar dot B bar upon 56 mod B ka square. Now I hope you know what is B bar dot B bar, guys. This will get cancelled. Minus mod B ka square upon mod B ka square. Simple. Is equal to minus 1. So I got cos theta is minus 1. That means what is the angle, guys? Angle is pi. So what is the option? It is option number 2. I hope it is clear. Correct? Chalo, let's go on to the next question. Angle in a semicircle. Now again, this is a very important proof for your boards or for your NCERT. You must have seen there are many proofs in your NCERT in these chapters. Some of them are prove that opposite angle of parallelogram are parallel. What I'm saying. Prove that opposite sides of parallelogram are parallel. This is one of them that prove that angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. Then we also have one kite ka. Do you know kite shape? Kite ka example we have. We also have trapezium ka theorem. So all these theorems are very important regarding to your boards. Why? Because in boards, these theorems are asked for 4 to 6 marks in your NCERT. So one of them is this. Angle in a semicircle is a right angle. What does it say? Let us first try to draw a semicircle. So yeah. Let's name this center as O, A, B, and here suppose P. So they are saying this angle that is angle ABP is 90 degree. So let me write given. Given is O bar is A bar plus B bar upon 2. Why? Because O bar is the center. To prove angle APB is 90 degree. That means, what do you remember by 90 degree? If any two vectors have angle 90 degree between them, that means their dot product is 0. So AP bar dot PB bar is equals to 0. Also, this is B bar, this is A bar. Let's write the proof, or you can say LHS. LHS is AP bar dot PB bar. I can write AP bar as, either you can use the triangle law, or you can use the position vector theory. So I prefer position vector. So I'll get P bar minus A bar dot B bar minus P bar. What is this equals to? P bar dot B bar minus P square minus A bar dot B bar plus P bar dot A bar. Now, I think what we can do here, it's better if we use the triangle law, I think. Let's try with triangle law here. Okay. Yeah. So if I use triangle law here, I can write AP bar as AB bar plus BP bar dot BP bar. So this will I'll get okay, I think we can write this P bar minus A bar dot B bar minus P bar. We can take minus common. We can write A bar as, see, length of OA and length of OB is same. That means P bar is minus A bar. I can write it as P bar plus B bar dot B bar minus P bar. So if I rearrange, I'll get B bar plus P bar dot. Do you remember the formula? This will be B square minus P square. Correct, guys? And what is P square? This is P bar. And you can see mod of A is equals to mod of B is equals to mod of P is equals to R. Why it is R? Because all of them are radius. So that means if all of them are equal, then this angle is 0, which is equals to RHS. Hence proved. Hence we proved that angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. Let's see the next question. Yeah. If two vectors are perpendicular to each other, what does it mean by perpendicular? Perpendicular means dot product equals to 0. So let us say we have A bar as 2i cap plus lambda j cap minus k cap. We have B bar as 4i cap minus 2j cap plus 2k cap. We know that A bar dot B bar equals to 0. How do we get A bar dot B bar, guys? By multiplying coefficients and adding. So lambda into minus 2 plus minus 1 into 2 equals to 0. This is 8 minus 2 lambda minus 2 equals to 0. That means 2 lambda equals to 6, lambda equals to 3. Simple. I got the value of lambda. Let's see the next. We have to find orthogonal projection of B bar on A bar. That means they are trying to find B bar dot A bar upon mod A square into A bar. So what is B bar dot A bar? 2 into 1 plus minus 3 into minus 1 plus 1 into minus 1 upon what is mod A square? It is 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 square into A bar, that is I cap minus J cap minus K cap. So numerator I'll get 2 plus 3 minus 1 upon 3 into this. So this is 4 by 3 into I cap minus J cap minus K cap. That means 4 by 3 I cap minus 4 by 3 J cap minus 4 by 3 K cap. This is my answer. And we have to also find its magnitude. Magnitude means under root of 4 by 3 square plus 4 by 3 square plus 4 by 3 square. You can easily take 4 by 3 common. अंदर क्या मिलेगा? 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is equals to 4 root 3 by 3. So this is my answer. So first we got the orthogonal projection and then we also got its magnitude. I hope it is clear till here, guys. And we'll stop here. We'll stop the dot product here. So we'll meet again. कभी मिलेंगे हम लोग? Day after tomorrow. That is on Thursday. So on Thursday we'll meet again, guys, and we'll continue with cross product. Next topic क्या है अपना? Cross product. So till then, bye bye, guys. Take care, everyone. Tata.